That's good shit.
Welcome back to the Devil's Salad and the series we call 50 by 4, where we drink some tea and I talk about some shit. Today's tea is Stash Organic Very Berry. Very tasty tea. Don't add milk, it will curdle. Must be all the citrus from the berry, I assume. But let's get right into it. Rural cities versus actual cities. Which I guess it wouldn't be called a city, it'd be called a town, or a suburb, or a village, or whatever. I live in a very small town. There's a lot of famous shit around my small town, though. Only 1,200 people, but there's a lot of famous shit that is around it. For example, Zippo. If you don't know what a Zippo is, where the fuck have you been in your whole life? Anyways, that's just an example of some of the shit. We got case knives, K-bar knives. Anyways. I've lived in big cities. I've lived in this small city for most of my life. But there's so many differences between a small city and a big city. Now, a big city, shit ton of people. Small city, not that many people. Big city, you can basically blend in. Small city, you're fucked. Everybody knows everything. If I go outside and I fart, someone around the motherfucking town's gonna know about it. There's only 1,200 people, okay? That's one disadvantage of living in a small town. Can't really get away with shit. You fuck up, everybody's gonna know about it. You can't hide it. Big city, you fuck up, nobody really fucking cares. Crime. In the small city, there's not that much crime. Although, I will say, now that the whole meth and all this shit is starting to roll in. We just had a fucking shootout up at the what I call the welfare blocks. They call it the assisted living. We've called it the welfare blocks for fucking 20 some years since I was a kid. It's where all the people that are poor, well, they're not poor. They're the lazy fucking they're wellies. That's what we call them. They're welfare fucking recipients. They don't want to work. They just pump out fucking kids. They smoke crack, whatever. They drink their money away. They had a fucking shootout up there. They wanted to rob this guy of a pound of meth, and he ended up fucking shooting back. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And I know some of these motherfuckers. And you need to keep that shit out of my fucking town. That ain't welcome here. You go take that shit up to fucking, New York State, right across the border, and do that shit. This town's full of fucking old people, mostly. Another thing about small towns and big cities is, big cities, yeah, you can have guns and stuff like that, but out here, I can go up in the woods, shoot my fucking gun, and nobody's really gonna think nothing of it. Now, if I take that same said gun, go into the city, to a park or something, and start fucking blasting, I'd be dead within, I couldn't even tell you how long, because the cops would be like, oh my god, active shooter, blah, 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 blah. And that's just the way it is. You can't have fucking big guns and whatever in the city unless you got all these fucking blah, 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 blah. Which, whatever. That's another reason I won't live in the fucking city. Because I like my guns. And I don't want them getting stolen. And I don't want to have to fucking use them on a regular basis to protect myself. So, that's another big difference. But then again, if you want to go into the whole state to state, I live right at the border, or at the bottom, or at the top of the border of the PA in New York. Okay. On this side of the border, I can go fucking buy myself a MG42 if I had the fucking money and the tax stamp and the permit. And I had a qualified FFL with the fucking, to grab the motherfucker. Fully automatic motherfucker shoots 1,200 rounds a minute. That's 20 rounds a second, or something like that. They called it Hitler's buzzsaw for a reason. I could go fucking buy one of those, no fucking problem. Now, if I got pulled over and I had that in my vehicle, and I had all my paperwork and all that stuff, it'd be no problem. No problem. Now, if I took that same fucking thing and I went across the border to New York State, holy fuck. Talk about a fucking shit show. And I'm 5 minutes away from the border. So, I mean, that's why this is the kind of the stupid shit that fucking goes on in this country with the whole state laws and federal laws. Which, see, now I'm getting off topic. Instead of just doing small cities as big, I'm doing states. Either way, I'm just using this as an example. PA, you can have, this is what I'm getting at. Pennsylvania, you can have a fully auto machine gun. What you can't have in PA is a fucking glass pipe that you smoke your marijuana out of. 2 states in the union only have anti-paraphernalia or illegality laws, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Iowa and Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is where fucking Tommy Chong got fucking tricked into fucking going to prison. Because of fucking these asshole, I'm not getting into that either. But because of paraphernalia. That's what it was. Because he was making bongs and he shipped them to Pennsylvania, which you can't fucking do. Which is horseshit, because you can buy that shit on Amazon now. You can buy it on grasscity.com and ship it to your fucking state. It doesn't fucking matter. You can buy fucking weed seeds and ship them here. You can buy fucking drugs. I know people that get drugs through the mail. They get fucking their edibles through the mail. I'm like, fuck. These people, they're fucking brave as fuck. I'm too scared to go outside and smoke a fucking joint. So, another thing with rural, little tiny towns and in actual big cities is, if the people are more close knit, I'd say. When you have an event in the city, you're going to have, what, like 40, like 20, 30,000 people come. Here, you're lucky if you get maybe 200 or 300. But you'll know almost every single person, and you'll have one hell of a time. I mean, another thing about small city, low taxes. My borough tax every year is $9.80 for the entire year. Now, that ain't counting the school tax and blah, 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 property tax, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah. I would suggest, if you've lived in a city your entire life, I would say go to a town where there's hardly anything and just try it out. You might like it. I fucking love it. In fact, I mean, I got neighbors. I'm in the middle of town. Let's see here. I live on this street, I think. Do I? Yeah, this street. But this is an old map. This is like from fucking 1910 or something. Most of these fucking things, all this railroad shit ain't even there anymore. Fucking the St. Elmo Hotel burnt down. The passenger station for the trains ain't there. All this, most of this shit, like all these hotels and stuff, fuck, man. They're not there no more. But that's how it works. I mean, this is a 1900s map or whatever, so. If you looked at it today, you'd be like, oh, wow, it don't even look the same. Like the fucking roads and shit. You gotta remember, back then, they didn't have cars. They just had a fucking horse and carriage and horses and shit. So, just go try it out. Even though like I was saying, I got people here on both sides. That's still too close for me. I want, like where my parents live, they live about a mile into the woods up off what we call the suburbs, is basically private properties with land. I mean, everybody they have the brook, up the brook, everybody has fucking acres of land with these nice houses. It's like the rich people area, while us town folk are the poor ones. But, I'm gonna just leave it at that, because it's already fucking getting too long. So, I hope you all have a good day. Just go to a small town, try it out. If you don't like it, go back to your fucking city. I don't care. Because guess what? When the apocalypse and shit happens, all you motherfuckers are going to be fucking fighting for scraps and survival. And us little motherfuckers here, we're going to be out there in the woods fucking hunting deer and fucking squirrels and eating that shit. And fucking, we'll be setting up perimeters. We got the fucking Allegheny River right there on our fucking west side to block your asses from crossing. I mean, it's a very defendable town, so. And plus, we live in the north, so you southern motherfuckers, you ain't coming up here. You couldn't even get past Gettysburg, so. Yeah, that was a hit at you fucking pussy southerners. Believe me, I lived in the south. I know what you fucking assholes are. So, organic very berry, give it a try. Give small towns a try. Be cool. Don't be a fucking idiot. I'll see you guys on the next one.